Yes, here, especially here with our home prices, so many people are getting priced out of the market. It's getting harder and harder to buy. Just in the last few days, we're seeing the opportunity for those people to now afford houses that they couldn't even afford last week. So we've been hitting the phones with our own clients, reaching out to our own people, saying, "Hey, this might not have worked for you on Thursday, but on Monday it did." So all of our agents here are hitting everyone they can to talk about not only the touch point for, hey, you can be qualified possibly for a refi, but maybe it's time to cash out some of that equity and go do some investment with us while we have this opportunity. I think what's happening though, with here requiring buyer broker agreements, we're seeing better conversations with our buyers so that they're understanding the value that the buyer's agent brings to the table. And I think that is changing some of the conversations and making the buyers respect their agents more. And those agents understand that they have to bring something to the table other than, hey, I work for free. So I actually am for the buyer broker agreement. I'm excited about it. We've been working with our agents on it, and I think it makes a better relationship there. So I really don't have a problem with the buyer broker. Well, it's always been interesting to me, and I've heard Gary Keller say it many times, and I think you said it many times. It's always seems like to see things happen on the coastlines first, and then they work themselves inward. So when you look at the highest rates being in Austin or even in the central part of the country, I always find it funny that it's the outer areas you see it first and you see it trickling inward. So I wonder if we're seeing that same metric hold place now.
Yeah, I would not surprise me. What I think is really fascinating about this analysis is it flies in the face of the entire argument for the Sitzer net, where we as an industry have colluded and got together and held commission rates at a level. And it's very obvious to me that that's not the case.
It's never been the case. And even here, right in the state of Washington, our Northwest MLS a couple of years ago, remember when they decided to start advertising the buyer's agent commission publicly? And there was a meltdown of agents that this was going to destroy our commission, and it was going to make it go away. And you know what? I looked at the numbers since then. Our average commission rate has not changed. We're making the same splits that we were making back then. Everything has ended up just the same. The world did not end. Don't think it will end this time.
No, but be prepared to make sure you can articulate your value.
I just find it incredible the amount of equity that's out there and what it has done for this market. I laugh when I read these foreclosures that, oh my God, foreclosures are up. If you look at the long-term data, it is so low compared to what it's been in the past. It's not even close. I think it just shows you that the equity that people have out there brings true wealth to the U.S. citizen. And when you look at the stock market over the past few days compared to what's happened in the real estate industry, anybody with any significant wealth always holds on to real estate, and I think this is just holding true to that.
Absolutely. Well, and we are still seeing appreciation. What I thought was interesting is the report for August showed that 32 million mortgage borrowers in the US, which is roughly 3 in 5, now have at least 100,000 in tappable home equity, which refers to the amount of equity they can access while maintaining that 20% equity cushion. Now, there are 4.6 million mortgage holders who have access to 500,000 or more in tappable equity, while nearly 1.2 million mortgage holders have access to $1 million or more. So, what would your advice be to your agents around this particular issue?
I think that is where they need to look at the opportunity for their clients out there. It's just as I said in the beginning here, my wife and I are looking at tapping out equity of our own properties to go buy more. My thought is home prices are still increasing. With this drop in the interest rates, I can take advantage of that equity I have in my properties and go get more while I can.